According to many paleontologists and scientists, bats have been around for millions of years, even before humans inhabited the planet, and are some of the most fascinating creatures in the world. Although bats don't have a great reputation in terms of public perception, they're really cool creatures. Curious about what makes them so cool? Well, I'm Mike with List 25, and let's check out these 25 incredible facts about bats you probably didn't know.
25.
The scientific name for bats, Chiroptera, is from the Greek chir, meaning hand, and pteron, meaning wing, or hand wing, which is a way less cooler than the word bat.
24.
The word bat appeared in 1570 from the Middle English bake, which is related to the Old Swedish nattbaka and the Old Danish nattbake, or night bat, and Old Norse leðurblaka, or leather flapper. And I don't speak Middle English, Old Swedish, Old Danish, or Old Norse, so I highly apologize for those pronunciations. I tried looking them up. No luck.
23.
In 600 BCE, Greek legendary fabulist Aesop told a fable about a bat that borrowed money to start a business. The business failed, and the bat had to hide during the day to avoid those it owed money to. According to Aesop, this is why bats come out only at night.
22.
Bats are divided into two main groups: megabats, which are large bats that feed pretty much on fruits, and microbats, which eat insects, frogs, blood, fish, lizards, and birds.
21.
The bats that feed on frogs can tell the difference between safe and poisonous ones by listening to the male frog's call. Future Tristan, I don't know, throw a frog call in there? Let's make these more interactive. Hopefully you see this.
20.
Scientists believe that bats first appeared 65 to 100 million years ago, at the same time as the dinosaurs. The earliest living known megabats lived 35 million years ago. Many scientists believe megabats may be more closely related to primates, including humans, than to microbats.
19.
In China and Japan, bats are symbols of happiness. In China, the words for bat and good fortune are both pronounced fu.
18.
Bat wings are made of finger bones covered by thin layers of skin. The wing membranes make up about 95% of its body surface area. A bat's wing membrane helps it regulate body temperature, blood pressure, water balance, and gas exchange.
17.
Bats are the only mammals that can fly. The difference between bats and flying squirrels, another mammal that people wrongly believe can fly, is that bats can actively control how they fly, whereas flying squirrels can only glide.
16.
Unlike birds, which flap their whole forearm limbs, bats flap their spread out digits. Looks way less cool when we do it.
15.
Scientists have been able to use the anticoagulation agent in vampire bat spit to treat stroke victims and heart patients.
14.
Contrary to popular belief, bats are not blind. Many bats can see quite well, and some species can even detect ultraviolet light. Also, contrary to Calvin's belief, bats aren't bugs.
13.
But if their sight isn't enough to impress you, another interesting fact about bats is that they can hear frequencies between 20 and 120,000 hertz. To put this into perspective, us humans can only hear between 20 and 20,000 hertz, and dogs can hear between 40 and 60,000 hertz.
12.
Bats are the slowest reproducing mammals in the world for their size, and pregnancy is longer in bats than in other animals their size, lasting 6 to 9 weeks.
11.
Approximately 70% of bats eat insects. To get an idea of how much they love insects, an average bat can eat more than 600 bugs in an hour, which is like an ordinary human eating something like 20 pizzas a night.
10.
The story of Dracula originated in Eastern Europe. However, real vampire bats are only found in Central and South America.
9.
Bats live on every continent except Antarctica. They're found as far north as the Arctic Circle and as far south as Argentina and the southernmost tip of South Africa.
8.
Vampire bats are the only mammal that lives entirely on blood. So, no wonder they call them vampire bats.
7.
However, contrary to popular belief, vampire bats don't really suck blood. Instead, they typically lap it up 2 teaspoons a night with their tongues. The blood moves through the bat's mouth in 2 channels under its tongue. Its body uses only red blood cells, and within 2 minutes of starting to eat, the bat's body rids itself of blood plasma in the form of urine.
6.
Vampire bats have to drink as much as their own weight in blood every night. To give you an idea of how much that is, a human vampire like Dracula would have to drink the blood of a whole table full of guests every night just to stay alive.
5.
The world's largest bat is the giant golden-crowned flying fox, a rare fruit bat. It has a wingspan of 5 to 6 feet. That is just about as long as I am tall.
4.
The Bracken Bat Cave in Texas is the largest bat colony in the world. Over 20 million bats live in there, which is about twice as many bats than the number of people living in New York, one of the world's most populated cities.
3.
A poll by Animal Planet listed vampire bats as the 3rd most feared animal, right after wolves and gorillas, and just ahead of piranhas. Who's afraid of wolves and gorillas more than other? Okay. What animal scares you the most? Let us know in the comments below.
2.
The mouse-eared bat has a heartbeat as low as 18 beats per minute during hibernation, compared to 880 when it's active. And to break that down even further, that's about 15 beats per second.
1.
Most of us assume animals, especially mammals, only live up to 10 to 15 years. However, some species of bat can live up to 30 years in the wild. So, what's your favorite bat species? Have you ever seen a bat in real life? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your answer to us at List25 or to me personally at Michael B. Estrin. And if you actually really love bats, you should totally come to Gainesville. We have bat houses that the bats fly in and out of every night to eat the insects. It's really, really cool. It's something to see. Also, if you really, really like bats, I went to the Night Zoo in Singapore, which is a zoo that is only open at night, so you can actually see nocturnal animals, which you normally wouldn't see, and they have an entire bat section, and the bats are just free to roam. So I was like this close to a bat, and I was just kind of, no pun intended, hanging out with it. So definitely, if you have the chance, Night Zoo in Singapore. I sent Tristan some footage. It's a cinematograph. Let's see if he uses it. And if you like this video, check out the ones in this playlist here.